In this video, I will be revealing my optimal jungle paths that you can take to most efficiently farm in the jungle and achieve the most farm in as little time as possible. A key part of playing jungle effectively is to be very efficient in your farming to gain as much farm as you can. This is not possible without knowing the most optimal jungle paths to take, especially during the first jungle rotation in the early game. There are two main paths to take when it comes to clearing the jungle in the early game. Both paths aim to clear the jungle monsters while heading in the direction of one of the side lanes, where you can then choose to gank the enemies present there. Therefore, we'll be naming these paths according to the lane you will arrive in at the end of the path. Let's begin with the top lane path. Buff monsters are the first jungle monsters to spawn on the map at the start of the game, which is at the 20 seconds mark. Since we're planning to complete our path at the top lane, we will start at the orange buff first, which is otherwise known as the Molten Fiend. Once we've slain the orange buff, we'll move on to the lava golem just above the orange buff. After slaying the lava golem, you can contest for the Litha Wanderer in the river if it is near you and still available. However, if it's not available or on the other side of the river, don't worry about it. The Litha Wanderer is actually not that important. I will usually not spend my retribution spell on the Litha Wanderer, mainly because it can invite the enemy to invade our next jungle camp, which is much more important. The next camp we'll clear is the purple buff, also known as the Thunder Fenrir. There are two monsters at this camp. The larger Fenrir is the one that grants the purple buff to you, so if enemies are invading, make sure you're using your retribution to secure that monster. However, make sure that the smaller monster is also cleared, as the camp will not respawn if both monsters are not slain. After clearing the purple buff, move on to the horned lizard above the purple buff. You should be level 4 after you clear this camp, which gives you the opportunity to gank top lane with your ultimate available. If there's no gank opportunity, then proceed to clear the Scavenger Crab in the top lane. Remember to grab the scrolls that the crab will drop after it has been slain, as they provide extra rewards if you collect them. After the crab, you can check if the fire beetle camp is still available and clear it. By this time, it should be around the 1 minute 50 seconds mark. You can then proceed to the first turtle to contest for it. This would be the most optimal top lane jungle path for me in the early game. The great advantage of this path is that you would still have the purple buff active when you contest for the first turtle, so it's great for purple buff dependent heroes, such as Alice, Nolan, as well as Fanny. Now let's look at the bottom lane path. Since we're pathing towards the bottom lane, we'll be starting with the purple buff first. Slay the camp here, then proceed to the orange buff next. We then clear the lava golem, and we can slay the Litha Wanderer if it's available. Either way, just proceed to the fire beetle to the right of the orange buff next. This monster will spawn a mini version of itself after it dies, so do clear that as well. You will be level 4 by this time, which allows you to gank the bottom lane. Similar to the top lane path, if no gank opportunity is available, you can clear the Scavenger Crab nearby, and then the horned lizard just above if it's still there. It should then be around the 1 minute 50 seconds mark now, and you can move on to the first turtle to contest. This would be my most optimal bottom lane path. Heroes that are not reliant on the purple buff may find this path more beneficial, as the orange buff will still be active during the first turtle contest, which provides additional damage and slow to your attacks. This may prove to be that little bit extra to win the turtle fight. While these paths provide a general guide on how to farm optimally during the early game, it does not mean you have to fix your mind to only follow these paths. If ganking opportunities or invade opportunities arise, a good jungler will be able to change his path to adjust to the situation. For example, in this short clip that I'm showing, I was using the bottom lane path, and was supposed to take the fire beetle camp before I went for a gank. However, I saw that the enemies were overextending at bottom lane, so I took the opportunity to gank them instead, which resulted in a huge win for our team, as we managed to kill 4 enemies from the entire encounter. The best decision is not always clear, so it will really depend on the situation. The more experience you have as a jungler, the easier it is to make the correct one. Anyways, I hope you found this guide useful for you. I'm working on a jungle guide next, so make sure to hit the subscribe button so that YouTube will recommend it to you when it is posted. As always, I'll see you in the next one.